So this is the predictive model that links reality to your inner predictable model of reality. So you see, what leaves reality is called data. It's information. It goes into your personal perception. It compiles into one's perception of reality, which is essentially perceived data. So the difference between data and perceived data is the fact that um, what happens is that your personal perception, it depends on your values, and your values depend on your predictable model of reality, because your perception is always somewhat limited, so you can only handle so much data, so much perception, so you'll have some measure of bias. So there are two system loops. There's this system loop here. Well, what occurs in nature? Your perception collects data. It creates like a compiled section of perceived data, and then this impacts your inner predictable model of reality, like your ability to kind of predict what's going to happen. And your perception and your inner predictable model of reality, they both contribute to your actions, which impact reality. So there's this inner system and there's the outer system, but there's a third system that's as important. I would even say it's more important. It's uh, in reality there are predictable rules, and your inner predictable model of reality interacts with, actually it tries to predict these predictable rules that are within reality, and this process is called science. And science modifies your inner predictable model of reality. So this is like the system loop. You can see it can go round and round. So your actions interact with reality. They cause something to happen. This event that happens creates data. The data, depending on your value, gets to your perception. Your perception impacts how you perceive the world, and goes around and around. And science pretty much is when you try to, through your actions, through your experiments, you impact reality and you try to deduce what the predictable rules are. Because the more you know, the more predictable rules you know, um, well, the less horrible mistakes and blunders you will do, because you will know the consequences of your actions before you do them. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. It's a very simple video. If you have any questions, you can comment below.